I'm Christy, a mom of three who loves all things fitness, paranormal, and anything that'll make me laugh.
Hi, I'm Ashley, indie author, writing fiction as A.H. Graham.
Welcome back to Social Sanity or Lack Thereof. I'm Ashley,
I'm Christy.
and we are talking about dreams this week. Are very strange and sometimes reoccurring themes, sometimes not reoccurring themes, and the ones we remember. I like to think of dreams as our brains processing the stimuli that it receives over the day. In REM sleep, sometimes we fall asleep and are instantly in REM sleep. I don't know if you guys do this, but do you ever just sit down and like reading and then suddenly you're dreaming? Yeah, we're going to talk about those two today. You don't
No,
ever do that? Really?
you do?
Girl, sometimes I'm not even fully asleep yet and my brain is like doing things. Like it's like I'm dreaming and I'm like, I just fell asleep. And then I'll wake myself up because I'm dreaming and I'm like,
That's that's weird.
that's weird. That's real weird.
That is
But yeah,
really weird.
right? But do you have
That's
any
interesting.
yeah, like do you normally remember your dreams?
Sometimes, if I don't write it down as soon as I wake up,
Mhm.
it's out
Right.
my head within 10 minutes.
Right.
And I think they say if you don't write it down within 10 minutes of waking up, you will
Mhm.
forget, and it will just.
Mhm.
And then sometimes I wonder when I have like deja vu,
Mhm.
if the deja vu is from like a dream that I had, like I dreamt
Yes.
these events were happening and they are, you know,
Or like it's a
but,
scenario that reminds you of something. Like you can't place the deja vu. Like you don't know why you're getting it.
but like I know I've seen it. Like
Yes.
and I can tell you what's going to happen next too. It's
Mhm.
like,
Yeah.
Nick has it all the time as well.
Mhm. And it's like I think
Weird.
it's really like something we're remembering from a dream or like
Hmm.
it's similar to something we do on a regular basis. So then we're like, oh, and then this is going to happen. And then this is going to happen. And then I'm like, oh, did I dream that? Or is that actual legitimate deja vu?
Right.
But,
Well, and some people, like, how we talked about being empaths
mm-hmm.
and intuitive. I kind of feel like that all ties in together,
Yes.
because not everybody experiences deja vu. Philip has never experienced deja vu. And I'm like, who is you? He's the only person I know that has never experienced deja vu. But
Really?
yeah, because like you've had it.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, like Nick has it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
My friend Tiffany's had it. My friend Lindsay's had it.
Right?
Like Amber's had it. We've all like.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know a single person that hadn't, except for him. Like, why is he the odd one?
Yeah, that's
I
bizarre.
thought maybe everybody did, but
Mm-hmm.
it tracks with everybody I know because we are all empathic. We're all
Mm-hmm.
intuitive. Like literally everybody I know is like that. Like,
Okay.
well, other than like, I don't know if my mom's ever experienced it, but
Hmm.
I would be willing to say she probably has,
All
just
right.
because she's empathic for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like she's intuitive. I don't think she leans into it though, not at
Um,
all. Um,
but it's stressful for a
but
lot
yeah,
of people to like take on or like to experience other people's emotions and stuff. I know it is for me. Like it
yeah,
is exhausting. And I'm like,
it drains
wow.
your energy for sure.
And I'm like, I can't I don't have the energy for that. But one thing
So, do you? Oh, go ahead.
oh well I was gonna say, like, because I have like reoccurring themes or reoccurring or I used to have reoccurring dreams. I don't really anymore. I
Mhm.
used to have one that like dogs were chasing me, which is why I was afraid of dogs, but now have two dogs. Um I oh lost my train of thought. Kel Surprise. Um
What?
I said what a surprise in French and I don't know why because I don't speak French. Um but
Oh,
I
okay.
yeah, like I really think that like our dreams filter into our lives far more than we realize, especially when you're an empath, or you have a little ESP, or like you just are really in tune with the energy around you, which is why I think that I keep having a reoccurring dream that I have to save my kids, because Trent's meant to be 18 and then Bella's 15 and she wants to drive. And I think I'm just not coming to grips with it. So I think my having to save them as little babies or little kids in my dreams is me saving them from growing up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that kind of tracks. But at the same time, like, I've had deja vu where I'm in the car with Bella and we're having a conversation. I'm like, have we had this conversation before? Because I'm getting deja vu. And she's like, no, I don't think so. And then she'll tell me that she's had deja vu.
Yeah.
About scenarios or arguments or whatever that we've experienced.
Yeah.
I'm like, I guess it's just like it flip flops. Like, sometimes our subconscious is speaking to us in our dreams, and sometimes it's speaking to us just day to day, having deja vu going through our lives.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. And if you look up deja vu, like on Google, the definition is where it basically is saying it's your brain telling you to remember like that moment.
Right.
But I feel like I'm like, why? But to me, it just doesn't make sense for I mean, it does, but it doesn't. So like sometimes it'll be like, if something significant is happening and you're having deja vu, I feel like, yeah, that's telling you to remember, like you need to remember this moment.
Right.
But I don't know if it actually means it's just telling you to remember in the sense that you just need to remember like things in general. You know what I mean? Especially people like me that are diagnosed with ADHD and they can't remember things, like sometimes day-to-day things, and sometimes I forget to remember things, and maybe that could be why I have it so much. And Nick has it way more than me. Like, I've never seen somebody have deja vu so much, and he's ADHD too, so but he's got it bad. But yeah, I feel like in that sense it would make sense, or if it was just like a significant occurrence that was happening, that was going on.
Yeah.
Did you turn your light off? Okay, there you go.
Well,
I was like, it's
my
dark.
connection to my ring light is a little wonky because I accidentally yanked it off my desk one day, and I kind of broke it. So I'm going to add
well,
a
damn.
little warmth to my light. Hopefully that will help diffuse the shenanigans.
Now, have you ever had stupid dreams? Like, and I mean stupid, like SPOOPID /silly /funny.
Yes, I have one last night. I was arguing with a guy, some random guy that I didn't know, that was trolling me because I have a Japanese planner and cannot read Japanese. And he was saying it wrong, and I was like, that's not even how you say it. It's Hobonichi. I don't know what you are saying. And then I was just being a dick. But that's the only part of the dream that I remember. Like, a lot of times, like you said, if I don't write down my dreams, I don't remember. But one of my stories is from a dream. Like, it was a nightmare that I had. The story is called End Rain. And it's about an alien infestation of the human race. And it uses us to progenerate its own race. So I'm like, oh my God, like, the dream was horrible. And it's nothing like the story. Like, that was crazy. But that was a really dumb dream. Yeah, I heard that.
I was like, I'm not going to interrupt her.
No, I heard it. No, I'm just kidding.
Sorry. That's what happens when I drink Mountain Dew.
Girl, I'm surprised I haven't. These Celsius things are really fizzy. They're good.
Girl, what is it that I don't... it's something that I drink that will just make me keep burping, and it's not even soda. And I'm just like, why?
Why is it fizzy? Like, why is it
Why?
creating
Why
booze?
is it creating gas and pushing it out my
Right,
esophagus? What's
right. Like,
happening?
why is it doing that? Girl, I don't trust my gut no more. Um, but yeah, like I often have dreams that don't make any sense. They're
Mhm.
ridiculous. I don't know what's going on, and it's just like out of nowhere. I'll just wake up and be like, "What the hell is that?" Like,
What the
okay,
hell?
right?
Girl, I feel that. I mean, I've had some stupid dreams. And of course, like you already know these dreams, but
Mhm.
our viewers slash listeners do
Right.
not. Um, I had a dream one time that I was sitting on a toilet.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure I was at a restaurant. I'm not 100% positive, but I'm guessing I was since
Mhm.
a chef wheeled a table into the bathroom in front of me. So while I was on the toilet, which by the way, the whole bathroom was made out of glass window, like it was made out of glass, whatever. Everybody
Mhm.
could see through. I don't know what I mean, there was no way I was going to be able to hide my coochie parts
Right. It's like, I
while
hope you weren't
using the
wearing a
bathroom.
jumpsuit.
Girl. Oh Lord, if I would have been in a damn jumpsuit or a romper, it would have been tits out, everything out.
Everything just out.
Those are the
Like,
most,
hey,
oh
girl.
girl, I don't like wearing those or bodysuits because there was one time I was wearing a bodysuit and I was like, I'm
Mhm.
not even going to the bathroom. I'm going to wait till I get home because I don't feel like having to undress completely to get out of this.
Yeah.
Like that's what I feel like because I have to pull my
Mhm.
pants down and then it
Mhm.
was like back here,
Mhm.
it velcroed and then I'd take it down, I'd take my arms out of my sleeves and pull it down. It's just too
Yeah.
much. I was
Yeah.
like, I'll pee on myself before I do this.
Yeah. Exactly. It's like I probably would pee
Into
on
it.
myself in the process of trying to get un
Undress,
undone.
yes, because it's
Exactly.
and it's awkward because what if somebody accidentally walks into the bathroom on you? Like that does happen in public restrooms. You know,
Yeah.
you push a door, like you thought your door was locked.
Mhm.
It wasn't. Surprise! Somebody pushes the door open, and there you are, just a whole
Right?
tit show.
It's like, hi,
Um,
get out.
we're not editing my burps. It's just gonna happen. It's gonna
No,
happen.
God, no. You're
That's
human. It
part of me.
happens. It
It
happens.
does. It does. And it makes it more entertaining because I sound like a
Mhm.
man in a bar. But anyway, so the chef pushes the table into the bathroom with me while I'm sitting on the toilet,
Mhm.
and he's got these magic macaroni noodles. They are hard, and he
Mhm.
pours boiling hot water, like from a tea kettle,
Mhm.
on it, and they instantly are just big and fluffy and cooked all the way.
Oh,
Damn it, that's making me hungry talking about food.
right.
Anyway, Jake Gyllenhaal and Seth Rogen were also in this dream. They were at the same table,
Mhm.
and Jake Gyllenhaal looks at me and he goes, "Your tattoo?" And I said, "This?"
Mhm.
And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "You like this shit?" And he said, "It's alright." I can't not laugh when I tell that fucking dream.
Right?
That was
Mm,
the weirdest dream. What was even the reasoning as to why I would be dreaming that?
I don't
Like,
even know.
there's no
Like,
that's what I don't understand about dreams. It's like, how you were mentioning, like you feel like it's part of us processing what happened during the day. I can't think of
mm,
a damn thing that had happened that day to
yeah.
make me dream about Jake Gyllenhaal talking about my fucking tattoo
I don't know.
and
There's
Seth
lots of things
Rogen
that
and
can
me
make
being on the
me.
toilet. And I'm just like, was that my like really wild imagination? Because like I've
Mhm.
also had a dream about poop and
Yeah.
like being at a party with, and Michaela was there and we were passing poop around or something. I don't remember. I wrote it down so that I
Mhm.
would remember and I took a screenshot of it. I posted it on my Instagram like a long time ago,
Mhm.
but I deleted it since then. So I don't know what I don't know what it was anymore. I don't remember. A lot of different people were in there. Like my old hairdresser was in the dream. I hadn't even seen her in a couple of years at that point. So I'm like, why was she in the dream?
Mhm.
Why was all of these other people in the dream that, And
Mhm.
do you like Do you ever, like you were mentioning earlier about having a dream with a guy in it that you didn't know?
Mhm.
I always wonder, like, do we dream up the way these people look? Do these people actually exist?
Right.
Like somewhere, are we going to see somebody that looks like the guy that was in your dream? Or, or
Mhm.
if I've had a dream and I can't remember for sure if
Mhm.
I've had a dream about anybody like that I just don't know in the
Mhm.
dream, um, to know if that person, exists. I just need to know, like, are they actually out there somewhere? What if we are dreaming about someone we don't even know and
Mhm.
doesn't know, we didn't even know they existed and they don't know us. And then we just randomly see somebody out in the streets and we're like, we're in my dream. Like, is that part of being empathic and intuitive? Like that, I don't know. Makes me think. Oh, I had a dream one time when I was pregnant with Justin. So it's been 18 years, a little over 18. Um, I ate a poop sandwich, and girl, I could taste it. I could taste it, and it was awful. And I woke up talking about it, and Philip still brings it up 18 years later. He will still talk about that dream. And I'm like, of course you're gonna bring it up.
If you can hear water in the background, I'm sitting in my office and there's like water pipes behind this wall. So I
Oh,
apologize.
that's okay. I don't hear anything, so you good.
Okay, good. But no, the person, okay, so does this ever happen to you where like you're dreaming and like there are people in your dream that you either know or don't know, but their faces, like you said, and then they
Mhm.
morph into other people?
No.
Like I've had okay, so have you seen Godzilla versus Kong, like the new one?
I don't think so.
Well, the guy in it that has the podcast, the guy that I was talking to, he didn't look like him at first. But then out of nowhere, his face turned into that guy's face. And I'm like, and I was like, what? That was weird. And then I was like, can you not change your face? It's like, fix your face. But then I was like, that was bizarre. And then I woke up and was like, what was that? Like, what was that? And then it's like
That's
I'll
weird.
have dreams where I have like you said, you could taste the shit sandwich, and I'm like, and it's like I have dreams where I can feel things. Like I had a dream that this little weird mutant Gila monster thing was following me, and it like caught up to me, and like clamped its little gums onto my hand, and I woke up out of my sleep and went,
Oh, girl.
and like threw my blankets off and was like, I'm so freaked out. But like, you know how babies will like gum your fingers?
Yeah. So
That's
that's
what
what
it
it
felt
felt
like.
like.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Uh-uh.
It was horrible.
Mm-mm. I don't mind it on a baby because I would like put my finger in there like that for my
Mm-hmm.
kids, let them chow down. That
Best
don't
thing in the
bother me.
world.
But a whole monster, you got
No.
me fucked up.
Mm-mm. And
Not happening. I can't have
it's
something. Rah, 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 rah.
no.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. And its
Mm-mm.
head was its tail, and its like butt was like a fake head. It had like little fake eyeballs.
Girl, I feel like something off a damn Beetlejuice. Lord.
No, I was like, I don't know what I just dreamed. It was shenanigans. And then I went to sleep and had a dream about a completely different little animal that wouldn't leave me alone, but I killed that one. And I'm like, I really
Okay.
hate lizards. So why am I dreaming about lizards? Like, I don't like them. They're too fast and their movements are too erratic and they creep me out. So,
I
nobody.
feel that.
But yeah, no, dreams are weird. And like, I don't, and like you said, like, there are times where I'm like, I cannot fathom what unconscious like reach of my mind this is coming from. And it's uh like it's bizarre, and I don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
But it's like you have to, I guess, take it all in stride and learn where you can. Like,
Yeah. I feel like I want to, like, I've seen those dream books at the
mm-hmm,
bookstores, and I've been tempted to buy them. Like, even when I was in high school, I was like super into, obviously I was super into paranormal and whatnot. And
obviously.
I don't know if necessarily that would fall under the paranormal
Mm-hmm,
realm, but like I was obsessed with like stuff like that,
mm-hmm,
and just trying to figure out things like why we dream the way that we do and whatever. And I was like, like we had what sociology or psychology class together.
mm-hmm,
I think that was junior year.
mm-hmm,
I did find it fascinating. I know I didn't get like the best grade in there, but I still
mm-hmm,
thought it was fascinating. Just, the human brain and how we
mm-hmm,
think and why we do things the way we do and stuff like that. Like that's all.
mm-hmm.
And of course, I know you were like into that because wasn't that what you went to school for, was psychology?
Originally, yes, and then I was like, wait a minute, what am I thinking about? Like, girl, you're not going to stay in school that long. And then I was like trying to change it to like fashion merchandising, and I was like, how about I just don't go to college right now?
Girl, let me tell you, I know that's completely off subject, but I
Right?
feel like, and I literally just had this conversation with Nick this morning.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand how 18-year-olds up to like 30 are even expected to know what they really want to do, like straight out of high school. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people we went to school with went straight to college.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, how did you know what you wanted to be? Because I had no clue what I wanted to be.
Bro,
I
half
had
the people
no
ain't even
idea.
doing
I
what they
still
went to
don't.
school for. Like
Do what?
most of the people that I know that graduated, like
Hmm.
in that 4 years, they're not even doing what they went to school for.
Yeah.
Just like
I
we're
mean, that's a
not.
lot of people I work with. They
Mm-hmm.
all have like degrees and shit,
Mm-hmm.
and literally are working where I work at, and you don't even have to have a degree for doing our job. Like, you don't even have to have experience doing our job. Like,
Exactly.
and we make chump change. So, um, hell, there's one, he doesn't work there anymore. He
Mm-hmm.
quit. He
Mm-hmm.
moved to another country, but, um, he was a musician
Oh.
and had degrees like left and right and all kinds of stuff and was working there.
Oh.
Yeah. So that like he was like an all around like very educated guy.
Mm-hmm.
Um so I hope he's like living it up where he's at now, and I hope that he's like making his musician dreams come true and back into that because like,
Right.
I'm pretty sure he had like a band or something.
Oh, cool.
Um but yeah, a lot of people that I work with, it's like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um But anyway,
Mm-hmm.
getting back on subject
Right.
because I go sideways sometimes. Um, let's talk about controlling dreams. And I know you
Yes.
mentioned that before we
Mm-hmm.
started podcasting that you could
Mm-hmm.
do that.
Mm-hmm.
Do
Like
tell.
like if it's I think it's called lucid dreaming. I could
Mhm.
be wrong with that, but
Okay.
it's where like a dream is taking a turn, and if I'm like, I guess, immersed enough in the dream and I haven't just like fallen asleep,
Mhm.
I can change the scenario or who's in the dream or who's the antagonist of the dream or whatever. Like I can change little things about it. And then a
Yeah.
lot of times that will end up as a story for me because I've formulated this whole plan and plot around that particular dream or what was happening in that dream. And a lot of times they start out as nightmares, and I'm like, nope, we're not doing this now because I'd like to stay asleep. I don't want to be woken up by some crazy monster.
I feel that.
So,
I mean, I don't think I've ever maybe I don't think I've controlled dreaming, but
mhm,
like, had the lucid well, I understood in the dream that I was
Mhm.
dreaming, like, I realized
Right.
I was dreaming, and I was like,
Mhm.
"Oh, wait, I'm dreaming. Oh, thank God, because it and
Right.
usually it is
Yes.
it's not
Oh,
like a
girl.
nightmare, but it is something
Mhm.
I would rather not do at this moment.
Mhm.
Like, I ain't trying to run from somebody right now. Oh, wait, I'm dreaming.
Right. It's like
This isn't real.
it's like it's
Now, have you ever
okay.
had, like, you had a dream and you woke up in the middle of it and you were
Mhm.
like, "Oh, go back to sleep," because you wanted to finish it.
Mhm.
Now, were
Often.
you able to actually do that?
Like sometimes it was easier when I was younger because I guess my imagination was better. But like I would go back into the dream and be like,
Mhm,
okay, this was happening. This was happening. Okay, I'm asleep now and I'm now dreaming. We're going back to that same scenario. But then the further I fall into sleep, I um like it kind of takes on its own energy and mind, and then I
mhm,
can't control it anymore. So like the deeper I am asleep, I can't control it as well. But
mhm.
it's very often like I kind of in the middle of a dream, I'm like, this is a good dream. And then like I realize how awake I am in the middle of the dream. And so I
Mhm,
kind of force myself to go back to sleep. I guess I got
mhm,
used to forcing myself to go back to sleep because I've had insomnia for so long. So
mhm.
like I do like my put on my sleep mask and like kind of do like self soothing, like just basically kind of block out everything and then
Kinda like
go down to sleep.
meditating, like,
Yes.
you're laying there and you're just focusing on
Hmm.
not focusing, basically.
Yes. I'm focusing on not focus. That's the best way to put it. I'm focusing on not focusing because I will wake myself up at 3 o'clock in the morning and be like, okay, it's time to get up. And I'm like, the sun's not even up. Why am I up? I don't have to get up. It's stupid. But yeah, it's just like I have a love hate relationship with dreams. And then I
Mhm.
was on a sleeping pill that gave me night. I'm talking about horrific, terrible nightmares that I could not do anything about except for wake myself up. And then I was groggy the next day because I didn't sleep. So
Oh,
I'm like,
shit. So it was doing, like, the complete opposite of what it
mhm.
needed to do, really. I mean, even though you were sleeping clearly,
Oh
but
yeah,
it was
I was
but
sleeping.
at what price? I'd rather not sleep. I mean, hell, that's like being at Nightmare on Elm Street.
Exactly,
Like,
girl.
you know
I
what I'm
even
saying?
had a Freddy Krueger dream.
Never sleep again.
Exactly. It's like I was like my eyes are red. Somebody asked me one time, they're like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "No, I'm not sleeping." They're like, "Didn't they put you on sleeping pills?" Like they sure as fuck did. It gives me nightmares. I don't like nightmares. I have very vivid nightmares. Like, ugh, like we're
Girl.
not in. Like no, we don't need that. No
Mm-mm.
one needs
We
that.
don't play that game.
Mm-mm.
So you got past that though, so
Mhm.
you're able to sleep, like, just fine, like, you have not had insomnia since then?
Well, they put me on something different
Okay.
after having a little hiccup with my mental health, and I've never slept so well in my entire life. Like never. And like, girl, I will be dead asleep and then start dreaming and be like, ain't nobody got time for that. Go to sleep. Like,
Mm.
I will tell myself in a dream to go back to sleep because sometimes it wakes me up when I start dreaming because I think I'm like I think I'm waking up. So like I'm like, go back to sleep. And then I'm like, wait, you're dreaming. Like you said. It's like you
Yeah.
realize that you're dreaming. And you're like, just let it happen. It's okay. But sometimes I will wake myself up because I start dreaming and I don't want to dream. I want to be asleep with no conscious happenings. Just shh. That's all I want. So I want just shush in my brain pan because it's noisy in there sometimes. I'm like,
Girl, I feel that. Now, have you ever had a dream where you've, like, fallen off of a cliff or anything at that? Just fallen off of something?
the last time I did, I fell out of the bed.
Bitch,
It scared the shit out of me.
bitch, I bet that scared the hell out of you.
Like, I was like, ugh. Like,
Girl.
oh my god. It's like, like you wake up when you hit the ground anyway. Or like when
Yeah,
you start falling because you think you're actually falling, but it's like I rolled over a little too hard and like fully just fell out of bed. I'm like,
girl. Do you know that I
Mhm.
had read the reason why it was no, maybe I didn't read it. I think it was on Instagram. It was a video or something. I don't remember. I think I'm pretty positive Lindsay sent it to me.
Mhm.
But the reason that we wake up before we hit the ground is because the human mind doesn't know actually what happens when we die. Like
Mhm.
we don't have confirmation of that, and that's why we wake
Right.
up.
Yes.
And I'm like, that tracks.
Right.
Um, Makes sense. I
Mhm.
told Nick that. Nick swears up and down that he
Mhm.
has literally died in a dream. He's like, no. He said, Mom, when I was 8 years old, I had a dream that I hit the ground. He said,
Mhm.
all I know is I saw black when I hit.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
But yeah, thanks for listening to our podcast. We enjoy all of our listeners. We appreciate you. And yeah, and now watchers because we're on video now. Deal with that.
Yes. Like and subscribe, please.
Yes, if you want to. If you want to like and subscribe our podcast, I will get a better this thing. What is this called? A webcam. It's a I don't know. I'm on a laptop and my video quality is garbage. I don't know what to
Garbage.
do about that.
That's
Yeah.
fancy. That's fancy garbage.
Yes, it's glittery garbage. But anyway, yeah, thanks for listening. And we appreciate you guys. Thanks for
Yes, we
watching.
appreciate you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Sweet dreams. Bye.
Yeah, sweet dreams. Bye.
Bye.